Alright, so this is what it looks like when you've unzipped a voice pack. Let's close Voiceattack to begin with. Alright, there's a couple of exe files in here. One of them is for the plugins. The other one is the main setup exe for installing the entire voice pack. We'll start with the plugins and get those installed. They're relatively small, so they won't take long. And now that's done, we'll install the main voice pack. This contains everything that's required for the voice pack. That's the profiles, all the sound files, all the good stuff. Once that's installed, you'll need to start Voiceattack in administrator mode. So that means right-clicking on the executable for Voiceattack and choosing the option Run as Administrator. Once it's launched, you can click on the Import Profile icon, click Import Profile, and then browse to the area where the voice pack is installed. Choose the plugins file and simply click Open. Once you've done that, the voice pack is completely installed and the profile is now ready. It's always good to restart Voiceattack at this moment, so we'll do that and restart it in administrator mode. That all appears to have loaded properly. Good. And now we can start up Elite Dangerous and set up the Keybindings. When you've reached the main menu here, click on Options and then click on Controls. You'll see that there are some preset controls already here. So what I'm going to do is choose the X55 because that's the setup I've got. So my throttle and joystick settings will be preset, determined already. Now I'll also want to add in the keys because Voiceattack and the voice packs press keys for you. So we need to set those up now. So first of all, I'm going to start with flight thrust. I'm just going to set my joystick up for what my preferences are for those. So for thrust left and right, I'm just going to change those to my preferences. So let's do the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. There we go. They're all done. And I know that we're going to need thrust up, which is for a command called departure handover, which raises you off of the platform in your spaceship automatically. So I'm going to choose the R key for that. Now notice that I'm sticking with the right hand column in here to set up all the keys. It just keeps things tidy. Now you can choose other keys if you so wish, especially if you're using the new plugins that we've got. But if you're not, try and stick with the keys I'm using now. Next, I'm going to go down to flight throttle. In here, I'm going to choose the following keys. W for increased throttle, S for decreased throttle. I'm having throttle increments set at 10% so that the increments are at 10% each. So if I want my thrusters or my warp drive, if you like, to be 10% or 50%, whatever, it'll increase or decrease the speed by 10%. So here are the other set speed commands. We make sure that they're also in for if you want quarter, half, three-quarter and full impulse, or 25, 50, 75 and 100%. Now those are set up to numpad minus, numpad 9, numpad 8 and numpad 7. Set speed to 0 is X, and the next 4, which is 25, 50, 75 and 100, is numpad 1 to 3, and then numpad plus for set speed to 100. So just watch me put those in. Okay, now moving on, we're going to go down now to flight miscellaneous, and the next one we're going to have is engine boost. We'll choose the tab key for that one. Toggling the frame shift drive is J, super cruise /. Moving further down to targeting, we'll set all these up now. So starting from the top, select target ahead, T, cycle next target, G, cycle previous ship, B, select highest threat, Y, cycle next hostile target, H. Cycle previous hostile ship, N for November. Select Wingman 1, 8. Select Wingman 2, 9. Select Wingman 3, 0. Select Wingman's target, right control, Wingman navlock, right shift. Cycling next subsystem will be I, previous subsystem K, target next system in route M. Moving down to weapons, secondary fire I've got set up as mouse 2. I've got that set up for mouse 2 simply so that when I'm using my discovery scanner I can use the command scan the system and it will automatically hold down mouse button 2 until that process is complete. Select next fire group, full stop, select previous fire group, comma, and deploy hard points, U. Cooling, got silent running set up as delete and deploy heatsink as V. It's up to you whether you want silent running binded. I'm going to decide against it because sometimes if I'm breathing it thinks I'm saying silent running off. I don't know why. These things happen. So I'm going to disable that. Moving down to miscellaneous. Ship lights. Insert. Increase sensor zoom, page up. Decrease sensor zoom, page down. Divert power to engines, up arrow. Power to weapons, right arrow. Power to systems, left arrow. Balance power, down arrow. Resetting your HMD, Oculus Rift, or whatever you use, your head-mounted display, that is. I'm setting that to F12. Cargo scoop I shall set to home. Landing gear to L. Using shield cell, backslash, using chaff launcher, C. Let's look at the mode switches. The UI focus mode should be set on direction. Target panel, 1. Comms panel, 2. Quick comms, enter. Roll panel, 3. Systems panel, 4. Looking at your target panels, you can change those to whatever you prefer. Opening galaxy map, /. Opening system map, semicolon here that I've got. Showing the CQC score screen, F1. Head look, I've set that up for mouse 3. UI panel up is W, UI panel down, S, panel left, A, panel right, D. UI panel select, space. Next panel tab, E. Previous panel tab, Q. Now come all the way down to fighter orders, and it's left alt and the following keys. So request fighter dock is left alt and R. Defensive behavior, again left alt and D. Aggressive behavior, left alt and A. Focus target, left alt T. Hold fire, left alt H. Hold position, left alt S. Follow, left alt F. Set course for the alien scout ship.
Stellar cartography. Course locked. Please select your destination.
Destination confirmed, thank you.
Exiting map.
Now if you like what you just saw and you want to take advantage of that facility, there's a couple of things you need to do with your controls. In interface mode, please be aware that E and Q are both tied to next panel tab and previous panel tab. Now there's a little bit of a conflict here, which is Galaxy Cam your left and right are set up for Q and E. Now I suggest if you do use those, set those up for other keys, or simply click on them, take them out of there. Otherwise what you just saw you won't be able to use. Okay. Once you've done that, that's pretty much it. You can apply your settings. You can use the plotting course procedure that we just saw and everything else. I hope that's helpful. Now that you've set up your key bindings in the game, we can now tell Voiceattack that you've done that. And you do that with the following command. Import my control settings. Now it's recognised that command, and what it's done is directly import the binds file from the game directory. Now let me show you where that is. So if we go to the C drive and then the users directory, your username, app data, local, then we're going to go down to Frontier Developments, the one without the underscore, Elite Dangerous, Options, Bindings. Now in here we've got a set of bindings. When we was in the game just now, we were changing the settings to this bind. Okay, this is the file. It's also the latest file, the one that was used most recently. So when Voiceattack imports your binds file, it will only import the latest file. Now, unless you tell it otherwise, it will always import the last edited file, which is fine for most of us. But it may be that you just want to point to one binds file all the time and have Voiceattack just access that one. And to do that, you need to tell it where it is. So first of all, if you come to the path at the top here, right click, click Edit Address, then copy the entire address. Keep in mind that you've got this to come back to in just a moment. Go back to Voiceattack, click on the edit icon, and then you need to scroll down to Profile Startup. The command you're looking for is the one that we spoke, import my control settings, which is this one. So double click it and then double click this line here and you'll find a plugin context area. In here you paste that address. Then what we're going to do is put another slash on the end of it and then put the name of the binds file in there as well. Best way to do that, right click rename, take the entire name of the file, copy it, go back to Voiceattack and just pop that in on the end. Then you've got an accurate path and an accurate file name for the binds file. Once you've done that, click OK, OK again, and each time you use the command here, import my control settings, it will import directly from that one binds file as opposed to just the latest one edited.